Cool. Welcome, everybody. We are live now on Facebook, YouTube. Before we get started, well, first of all, let me let you know what we're going to be talking about today.
What are we talking about today, Coach?
So, you guys have been submitting questions to us on our previous lives or on your podcasts and different places where we put our content, right? So we're going to be now answering all of your questions. If you do have any questions as you're watching this, make sure to comment below because we will be getting to those in future Q&A sessions.
Absolutely. Hope everybody's doing great. Today is Tuesday, and it is 1:38 p.m. We lost an hour this last weekend. Eastern time over here.
That hurt.
That was painful. It's always painful, right?
I know.
This is the worst Sunday of the year.
Forward.
Yeah. Looking forward to what? October?
Yeah, where you fall back.
Oh my God, that is such a pleasure Sunday.
Yeah.
And wake up at 9 a.m. and it's really just 8 a.m. Oh,
Yeah, that is
so
nice. That's nice. I don't even get this whole time change thing. I don't like it.
Well, supposedly there was a rumor about they were doing away with it.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
I don't know what happened with it, but it's a little arbitrary thing.
Not yet.
Realization that that I had, I can tell you in my philosophy, that I've studied for many years, time is invented by humanity. Did you know that? All these things, they're completely arbitrary.
You want to have a fun conversation? I was trying to explain time to my daughter, 9-year-old daughter, and I'm like starting to get all philosophical. I'm like, forget it, never mind.
and she's a smart 9-year-old, by the way. I happen to know her quite well.
Yeah, because she's like, why do we change the time? And why is it different in other parts of the world? And I'm just like, start to get into the sun and into all this thing.
Well,
I'm
baby
like,
girl, there's this thing called the solar system, and there's apparently 9 planets minus Pluto. And then we have a sun, and everybody rotates around it, and that's what we call time.
Exactly.
Very simple.
But that's what we call it. But is it really time? Is there a past? Is there a future? Or is there just
But you still got to show up on time to work.
That's right. That's right.
And you still got to get your stats up for the end of the week.
Exactly.
That's the way it is.
Exactly.
It actually serves its purpose, right?
No, for sure. It does. It does.
It definitely doesn't serve a purpose for marketing, but it kind of does, actually. If you wanted to sell pornographic toys.
Not on Facebook.
No, you can't do it on Facebook, but you can do it on websites on Google, right? On Google.
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
What can you tell me about this, right? But the point is that you want to target the 12 to 6 a.m. demographic time, right? The ones that are awake at that time. Again, this is not our business. We're not condoning any of that business right there.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
AGM Marketing does not handle any brands that have any of that material going on.
That's right.
In general. But also, if you want to target people that are entrepreneurs, generally, you can target them throughout the day. But if you want to target people that want to buy $40, $50 products, $30 products, you can target them during the night because they have work 9 to 5 and they can be browsing on Facebook and Instagram.
That's true.
So it does serve its purpose.
Yeah, or if you have a local business, you want to do like 9 to 5. So sure, it does.
But we promise
that
we do promise that we're here to give you some value today, not to talk about that subject.
That's
so.
Right.
Let's jump into the Q&A, Jorge. What do you say?
Okay, well, we're going to jump into the Q&A. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, going through all the questions that you have left on our previous lives or podcasts. If you don't know, if you haven't subscribed to Manuel's podcast, it's The Marketing Ninja.
Yeah, just search for The Marketing Ninja on any of the major podcast platforms, and you'll find a picture of me. And you can search on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. And I know
the Spotify one is cool because you once you're in there, you can go in. There's a section. There's a new function where you can leave questions, and then we'll get to it either on these lives or on your podcast, and we'll answer all your questions. All right?
Yeah, 𝗙𝗢𝗪, I got a question from you on YouTube. We'll get to it. Any questions that you guys have, go ahead and put them on the chat. I didn't open Facebook right now, but 𝗙𝗢𝗪 is asking how to market as a tutor. All right, well, obviously, if you're doing physical tutoring, like you have to have the person with you in your home, in your office, or you want to go visit them at their home, then you got to market to that particular city or area that you can actually drive to or have this particular student drive to you. So that makes it a little bit easier because you can go and target the exact city and demographic and just creating content around the subject of how to make a student do better at school. You take your abilities to educate people and help them be better as a tutor, and then you turn that into 5, 6, 8 little minute clips, videos that you can teach people some value. Because your base over here, your customer base, your audience is going to be parents. So when you're targeting people on Facebook, for example, you just make sure that you're targeting parents. Here's the cool thing about Facebook. It has great demographic data. So you can actually target parents of 10 to 13-year-olds, for example, and just put yourself in front of these people right there and just spend $5 a day, $2 a day, $100 a day, depending on what your budget is and how much you can service people. Because I know there's a limit. If you are a physical presence tutor, you can only probably serve 5, 6 kids a day.
Local area too, probably not.
Correct.
So if it's a local, you could just drop a pin on your city, or you can even do by zip codes or by city or even county and stuff like that. So it depends on, how much you cover that area. On Facebook, for sure, you could just drop a pin and then cover, let's say, like a 10-mile radius. And if you want to mark it on Google, well, you could do that also by city, but also by keywords that people might be looking for if they're looking for your tutoring service.
But the long-term game, it's important to keep that in mind, Leonard. You want to make sure, you say Leonard? Learner. Oh, that makes sense. You're a tutor, huh? All right. So if you want to keep that in mind always, because the social media roadmap is not really something that occurs overnight. You want to position yourself as an authority in your expertise, and you want to do it just because, if you have already 3 or 4 students that you're servicing, and those students are helping you survive, and you have enough to feed yourself and your family, you want to build your future so you can scale. So your social media marketing is actually something that you do on the side, and you start documenting your students and their journey, how they got better results, and you can even have them do testimonials if you get the parents to approve. You can actually create content around your own abilities to teach these people, and just do YouTube channels, Facebook pages, TikTok profiles to show kids how you can make them better, show parents how you can make them better students in school. And it's a long-term strategy, and that's going to help you get more attention towards your services. And who knows, maybe you get really smart, and along the way you create online tutoring, because that really is something that is scalable. You go from unscalable, maximum 5, 7 students a day, to unlimited scalability with being an online tutor, and that's going to be something that you can do to build real wealth if you're interested in doing that. Yeah, that's a really good point, because what if you can just make a course and now you just sell it to the masses, and it might not be a one-on-one tutor, but maybe the course, let's just say, costs $100, but to hire you for tutoring, it costs, let's say, $100 an hour, and you can upsell your tutoring, for a 10-hour package or whatever it is. So now you have, different levels that you can sell and go out and get more business that way. Yeah, or a membership. Right now that's an opportunity. A lot of people are studying at home. How many people are actually staying at home and doing homeschooling? How many people need help with their math, with their science, with their whatever it is that they're studying? And if you can present to them a path for them to do better from the comfort of their own home, that's actually something that has enormous potential. So definitely dive all in, but understand that it's not something that happens overnight. You got to earn people's trust, and that's done with the social media content strategy. That's right. All right, we're going to go to the first question. Before I do, anybody new that's joining us right now, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat here, and we will get to them either today or on our next live. All right, so question number 1 is about Facebook ads, Facebook marketing. So it says, when it comes to targeting audiences on Facebook Business Manager, how should I choose my audience? Like, what's the best interest for targeting? Who should I target and why? You want to share your screen and show them something? Or? Yeah. So for that, because it's a pretty deep subject. It is. We can definitely do the whole hour just on this one subject, guys. But I'm just going to share my screen here. We'll go into our Business Manager. Just very easy. Let me show you something. Jimmy, can they see it? You're good with that? Yeah, it's sharing. Okay, good. So once you go into your Business Manager, guys, let's just see. Oh, that's cool. I'm seeing it myself. Jimmy's super high tech.
I'm going to choose anything in here just to show you when we get to the next section. So you're going to choose your campaign, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's get more engagement or more video views or conversions. You're trying to get sales and things like that, right? The next step, which is the second step of the campaign setup here, let me zoom in a little more. You're going to be at the ad set level, and this is where we choose our audience.
So for any of you that are new to the world of marketing on social media platforms, it used to be called the Facebook Business Manager. What Jorge is moving around here is now called the Meta Business Suite. If you don't know, because you're living under a rock, Facebook is no longer called Facebook, it's called Meta. And they changed their name last month at some point, I believe. And this is the Business Manager. This is where you do all advertising. You can spend $1 a day, or you can spend $1 million a day, depending on your advertising budget. You don't have to get into any long-term contracts to advertise across the world of Meta, which actually is Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and all the other internet websites where you can put Facebook's ads and serve them. So it's a pretty massive world.
Right. So the easiest way to find interest to target is you go in here, and then you're going to choose your age. So you should have an idea of who you're trying to sell, right? So let's just say 36 to 56 women.
That's a pretty broad, right? Pretty broad range, 36 to 56.
Right. So, and then we narrow it down a little bit by women, not men and women, but yeah, that's still a little bit broad there. Now we're going to try to zone in a little more on the actual interest that your target, which I don't know what you're selling here, but let's just say that we're selling what?
We're selling supplements to help people lose weight.
Okay, there you go. So first, I would maybe type in weight loss. See if anything comes up. Okay.
Well, weight loss is 2 words.
I know, but nothing was coming up. So, okay, nothing's coming up for that. But let's see if we.
There was one that said weight management.
Okay, let's see.
Weight training, weightlifting, health and wellness. You got a lot of things that show up over here, and you can go through them. Like, for example, you click on health and wellness. Go ahead and click on that one for a second.
Okay.
That by itself is a pretty massive interest.
Yeah, I mean, this is telling you that the audience size is between 23 million to 27 million. That's right. A little bit, broad, right?
Too broad, right?
Too broad.
So here's the thing. Most people are not going to be interested in your product. Not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, just trying to be realistic. You have a country that has 240 million people active on the Facebook world of apps, on the Meta world of apps, and most of them are not going to want to buy your products. So you got to be a lot more specific, narrow as to who you're trying to target over here, and that's what you want to narrow your audience, and you want to keep on segmenting until you get to an audience that it's 1 to 2 million people.
Right.
That's what you want to target. It also allows you to test other audiences. Split testing on social media is extremely vital. You don't want to just do a 25 million audience people and hope for the best. You want to do, like, for example, if you do a television campaign, generally it's very broad marketing. If you do a newspaper campaign, it's broad. Like if you do a newspaper,
it just goes out to everybody.
It goes out to everybody. You don't actually get to print ads depending on the demographic of the person or the city or the zip code or nothing. It's just going to go out to everywhere. Social media is very different. Social media is extremely detailed on who do you want to target. What makes Facebook what it is today is the ability to give us advertisers micro data about each individual user. You can actually find out specifically if you want to target in front of married people, recently divorced people, people that are having a birthday, people that have children, people that live on a certain zip code. For example, if you wanted to target people that have the ability to purchase high income demographics, well, let's go ahead and find that right here for a second, just so we can demonstrate that. Some people that have, let's say that you have a product that you sell. Let's talk about these 2 scenarios over here. You have a product that you want to sell that actually is a product for more higher end,
like let's say jewelry or something.
Well, there's a beauty cream that I went the other day with my wife to it's an interesting story because she takes me. My wife and I like to hang out with each other a lot, right? So we kind of go to different places sometimes, and maybe some of these places I don't even fit in. So I went to this place that she said, "Go. We have a party from one of my friends, and it's boys and girls. We're all gonna go." And it was on a shop that have designer clothes downtown over here. And I'm like, "Okay, cool, baby, let's go. Get a babysitter, get all that stuff going on." And I walk into that place, and there's 5,748 females. Not a single man was in that place. I felt like, what the heck am I doing over here, right? So it was super awkward. And I walked around, and I don't know, I took some of the salami there and sparkling water, and I'm like, "Baby, I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks right outside. Just let me know when you're done."
A customer's calling me. I gotta go.
No, I just straight up told her, I don't think this was supposed to be for men.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, yeah, there's gonna be more men coming." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." The problem, the point of the story is that they were there with a salesperson from a beauty cream that's one of the most expensive in the world, called 𝗙𝗪𝗟𝗪𝗪. Any girl can tell me? 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 on the chat if they see 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, all right? I believe is the name of the cream. Carly, is that right?
Yeah.
It's 𝗙𝗪, right?
I think that's that new face cream that's supposed to be really
I'm asking the girls. It's not really new. They've been around for ages.
Yeah.
Okay? So an 8-ounce little container of 𝗙𝗪, it's going to cost you $330. All right? Katie, you're Googling it, right? Yeah. 𝗙𝗪, all right? Yes. So it's pretty incredible. Now, you go to Amazon and you're going to find $10, $20 creams. Their cream is $300 something. And they explained like the story behind it, and there's some incredible branding and marketing on it, and it's absolutely insane what these guys do with that particular brand. The point is this: if you want to sell something that is high-end, $100, $200, $300 or more, or higher ticket things like AGM sells, we sell programs that are thousands of dollars a month. You need to target the income demographics that is actually going to be qualified for that. Because if you go after the zip codes of the maybe lower middle class, the ones that are making $30,000 a year household, $20,000 something a year, whatever that may be, well, you're not going to be able to sell that beauty cream. But if you target the other ones, you have a higher likelihood of finding the right people. So Facebook has a connection with the public data that we have access to, which is the IRS data. So you can target based on income demographics. So Jorge, what do you see over here?
Yeah, so they buy all that data from I guess the IRS. I didn't know that part, but I know that they get it from also credit card companies. Everybody sells our data, and Facebook knows everything. I think everybody is in agreement with that. So that's how they're able to come up with these income, and they segment this by the top 25 to 50%, 10 to 25, etc. You can go straight to the top and go top 5% of zip codes in the United States. That's where we want to show our ad. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm actually narrowing it. Remember, we
health and wellness.
We first started with health and wellness, or we can say.
So health and wellness, it was 25 million people. All right? Mm-hmm. Supposedly, which I guarantee you is a lie, there's not 25 million people interested in being very healthy or dedicated to their health. All right? Otherwise, we wouldn't have so much obesity on this country. But so you see how it's kind of incorrect data. It's too broad. It's not going to help you sell your products because most people are not going to be interested in that. Maybe they see your product, like my Natural Slim brand, and they will see the product and be like, that looks like a great idea for me to lose weight and feel healthier. Maybe after the holiday season. They're not ready for that. So you got to really, really tighten out that particular audience, or you're going to waste a lot of your money. So now what happened here? We went to...
I actually changed this to skincare because we're using that example, right? So skincare, but then we narrowed it down to the top 10% zip codes in the United States.
Whoa! So now we're down to 1 million people, right? So you see 1 to 3 million people actively using Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and the family apps of the Meta world. So now you're looking at an audience that you can target. So this should be like a big mic drop for a lot of you guys. I'm not going to drop my mic because it's an expensive device, but this is a very, very big deal for you guys. Now, if you're on the opposite side of the spectrum, right? Like let's say you are selling a $10 product. First of all, just selling a $10 product on Facebook, you're not going to be profitable. Let's just come clean on that, all right? If you have a product that is actually $10, $15 in value, that's what it costs, it's very difficult to become profitable just selling that product because you're going to have to spend how much money to get that customer?
I mean, at least $10 or more.
If you're spending $10 to acquire a customer for the first time, you're an absolute genius. All right? How much do we spend in natural
I'm
slang?
saying if you're selling a $10 item, and let's just say that it's very polarizing, you're getting a lot of attention. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get it for less than $10, so you're not making money, to your point.
So just to give you guys full disclosure, right? How much do we spend to acquire one customer for the first time on a brand like Natural Slim, which is doing multiple 8 digits a year?
About $40.
$40 almost to spend. We spend $40 to acquire one customer for the first time. The reason why we double down, triple down, and keep on spending that money is because that person buys on average how much per that first order?
$110.
So for every $40, we get $110. Is it that profitable?
For the first order.
For the first order, right?
But they're worth more to us, right?
Correct. So we implement something called lifetime value, so we can understand the actual value of getting that customer to buy that for the first time. So we already spent $40 to acquire that customer, right? They bought $110 of products. You got to take into account the cost of shipping, the management, the shipping and handling, the cost of the inventory, all that stuff. We're not making that much money, but we understand the value. Like I heard a study that actually was put together by Amazon years ago. Amazon is willing to spend $200 to get one customer that pays them $10 a month. All right, $200. Netflix is willing to spend $300 to get one customer to pay them. Now they raise their prices. I believe they're doing $17 a month right now, something like that.
It was 20.
But when they did the research, originally, their number is very clear. They're willing to spend up to almost $300 to get one customer to give them $10. That's it. That's a guaranteed negative return on investment. Why? Because they understand the value of bringing people on board for the first time and then helping them get value so they can stick around for a long time. So if you have a $10 product, you better have a whole lot of products or services to sell on the back end.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're not going to be profitable. You're going to lose money. You're going to come crying to us. If you don't, it's not all doom and gloom. Go ahead and build that out. Build a follow-up process that sells more products. Whenever you have a person buy a $10 product, make sure you give them a kit to solve the problem. Make sure you nurture. Make sure you bring them into a digital program. Make sure you have a service, something that actually is going to allow you to increase the value of that person when they come in.
Yeah, or they can also just go the organic route and start posting all over social media, be omnipresent. TikTok, for example, is a good platform that you can use to blow up and get a lot of attention. If you post consistently multiple times a day, you will get a lot of attention, and then you can use a little link in the bio there and then send people to your shop. But then that's all organic. You're not spending on ads. You got to put in your time. So there's that. But I mean, that's minimum investment, so it's gonna give you a return there.
Right. We're gonna talk about opportunities that are present right now for people that don't have a lot of budget. Before we do that, Jorge, why don't you just go to the other end of the spectrum? Let's say that we have a $15 skincare cream, and we want to find the people that like to purchase stuff on Amazon, on Walmart all the time. The ones that are lower demographic, the ones that are not making a lot of money, they need to find discounts. They need to find like some kind of opportunities. They want to be involved in some flash sale deals or giveaways or whatever.
So some good audiences for that type of audience, like you're talking about there, is either online shopping. You can also go with engaged.
Well, online shopping, look at that, 33 million people.
Yeah,
right, and that's just women.
Yeah.
So basically, Facebook is saying, okay, check this out. Online shopping is 36 to 56-year-old women.
Yep.
So basically, Facebook is saying that 100% of the females out there are online shopping. Just do the math, right? So 240 million people active on Facebook. Let's say half of that is actually female, so we got 120. Let's say 30 million of those are 36 to 55, or maybe 50 or 40. So Facebook is saying that every single female on social media likes to shop online.
Exactly.
Pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty accurate.
Okay. So is that going to help you get results? Absolutely not. all right? It will not help you get results. So you want to definitely narrow that audience.
Narrow it down. So now, what are we selling?
We're selling $15 miracle creams.
Okay.
You wear it, and it's going to make you 10 years younger.
So here's another cool interest that you guys can test out. It's called engaged shoppers. Okay. So this one here, check this out. This one says that
go back to change the demographic. Bring it below. You have 36 to 54.
Yep.
Okay. Go back to that one.
Okay.
Let's see how that looks now. Okay.
We're narrowing it down.
Facebook is less.
Check this one out. I think this is a really cool one to test. It's called Engaged Shoppers. It says people who have clicked on the call to action button called Shop Now in the past week.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now look at the amount of people still.
Right. No, this is still a big audience, but we're getting
so now we are
closer to what we want.
Okay, we're at 13 million people still. So Facebook, it just, when I look at this data, it's really impressive that there's so many people interacting on the social media platforms and clicking out to shops. Right?
Now remember, this also includes Instagram. So Instagram and Facebook. Anybody that's clicked Shop Now would get placed in this audience right here.
So just to get it to the perfect size audience, this is what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we talked about the income demographics?
Yeah.
I would put in there the bottom zip codes, and let's see if we can get it to 1 to 2 million.
Okay, let's see. So we're going to go for 25 to 50% of the top 25 to 50%.
Let's try that. That's the bottom
There we go.
side of things.
It's a little bit closer to what we wanted.
Yep. So now we have the 2.5 million people to 2.9. What I would do in this case, if I wanted to bring it to 1 or 1.5, is I would actually split up the females and go to 36 to 44, and then 45 to 54. And now we have something more appropriate, because a 54-year-old woman is very different than a 36-year-old woman. So you want to be able to test that. So now we have a 1.3 to 1.5 million potential reach, and I would just go ahead and duplicate this particular ad set and just change the age demographic to 45 to 54, and I can run those two ads concurrently to the females that are 45 to 54 and the females that are 36 to 44, and then just go after these people and find out what it does for each one.
Exactly. So good. What do you guys think about that? Let us know. And also, anybody new that has just recently joined us here, let me know if you have any other questions. Put it in the comments. If we don't get to it today, we will get to it on our next Q&A session. All right, so let's see. We wanted to bring up opportunities.
Opportunities right now on the organic world. So a lot of brands don't have a budget to advertise. They're just getting started. They don't have a lot of money yet. They need to take advantage of their resources, but they can't use up all their oxygen. Organic social media platforms are the best way to go about it if you want to actually get some traction going. The good thing about this is that you're really only competing with yourself. And these platforms are free, meaning that you don't have to pay Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything to post content on these platforms every day. All you need to do is have a cell phone, a little camera, some lights, something that you can use to actually create content, and then you talk. A little bit of courage, right? Because it requires courage. I can tell you, this dude has been with me for many years, and I had to push him and push him and push him.
Yep.
And I had to threaten him. And I pulled out my ninja sword. And I had to get him to really believe in his own ability to teach and his ability to educate and get on the camera. And he has been surprisingly great at it. By the way, you should follow him on TikTok. He's on fire, Coach Jorge 1.
That's right.
And also on AGM Marketing channels. We're also putting content there almost every day. Every day, right?
The AGM Agency on Instagram.
The AGM Agency. On Instagram and on TikTok?
And on TikTok.
AGM Marketing.
AGM Marketing on TikTok.
So social media organic opportunities right now. If you post on Facebook's feeds, Instagram feeds, you're not going to be able to get the traction that you want organically. But right now, Instagram Reels are absolutely on fire. Facebook Reels, if you didn't know that that existed, they're actually catching fire in a big way also right now. TikTok is catching fire. And the final one, which is actually junior in opportunity, is YouTube Shorts, which also is an opportunity right there, especially for people that don't have established YouTube channels. What I have found, we have many established YouTube channels. millions of subscribers on our channels. What I have found is that any existing established YouTube channel does not do well with YouTube Shorts.
That's a hot tip.
It's a hot tip. The reason for that is because YouTube is actually, the algorithm is confused. And instead of giving more power to that established YouTube channel, the YouTube algorithm is taking away power, and they're stopping recommendations of your videos because they're spreading your YouTube Shorts. So,
and also because it signals to them that everybody wants to watch very little bit of your videos, or watch time is very little. So then they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to push out his bigger videos then.
So for some of our clients and our own brands, for example, Dr. Berg, Natural Slim, Metabolismo TV, some of these guys that we work with every day, we stopped the YouTube Shorts and the statistics exploded, and it was very obvious. So I can tell you, like, I was the first one to jump on board the YouTube Shorts opportunity. YouTube Shorts right now are for new channels that are not established. It is a big opportunity for new channels, not for existing ones. But Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels right now are on fire. And the reason why they're on fire is because they're trying to take away a little bit of the attention that TikTok has aggressively stolen from them. And they have no choice but to create an algorithm that right now is feeding organically like a beast a lot of these content systems in place. And I mean, I can spend a few minutes giving you guys some examples of this. If I zoom in, Jimmy, would you be able to see this? If I go over here on my phone? No? Slightly or no?
I can try it.
Let's try it. Let's try it. It's not as great. But since I opened up the can of worms already, I want to show you guys this so you know what I'm talking about. Because this is something massive for every single one of you guys to take advantage of. I'm going to lower this trophy just so you guys can see it better. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys directly on my phone. Or no? Let's try it. Let's try it. There we go. Great. Check this out. I opened up the can of worms already. I want to show you guys this so you know what I'm talking about. So this is something massive for every single one of you to take advantage of. I'm going to lower this trophy. Some audio coming through. I think it's Carly's, right? I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys directly on my phone. All right. Let's try it. Let's try it. There we go.
All right.
Check this out. Well, interesting. Already, I want to show you guys this so you know what I'm talking about. So this is something massive for every single one of you to take. Oh, it might be that. That's what it is. You're right.
You were live.
You're right. I apologize, guys. So check this out. All right. So this profile right here, Natural Slim International, it has 6,708 followers. You see that? All right. So this is a brand new profile. We created it because we wanted to have an international profile for Natural Slim, because we had a lot of individual profiles for the countries. Like we had USA, and we had like Puerto Rico and Colombia, etc. So we wanted to have one international so we can brand the Natural Slim brand, My Dad's Message, and so on. All right. So if I click on the Reels over here, just wanted to prove this point right here. So 6,000 followers. Look at the reach that we get on Instagram Reels. 2,839 views, 3,600, 2,800, 3,200, 2,000, 21,000, 3,000, 3,000, 8,000. So in proportion with the followers that we have, it is an enormous amount of attention on Instagram that we're getting on this platform right here. If I show you guys over here, for example, Manuel Suarez, right, so I got 12,700 followers. You look at the Reels over here, some of them catch fire, some of them don't. This one has 4,000 views, 3,800, 1,600. The point is, guys, that there's massive, massive explosion of that content, and you don't even have to have a big following. I'll show you another example over here. This is my dad's main content channel. If we look at, we have 248,000 followers. We've been building this for quite a while. It's aggressively growing right now. Look at this. Every single video that we put out, 12,000, 85,000, 27,000, 147,000, 23,000, 50,000, 35, 81, 164. Even some of them have gone massively viral The other day I saw one that had 200,000. Look at this, 206,000. These things are explosive. 197, 237,000. And these are 1-minute clips that really provide a value. It has a beginning and it has an end. And the list goes on and on.
So if you already have a YouTube channel, you can take that same video and, like Manuel is showing here, just make it into a 1-minute video.
Dr. Berg has almost 500,000 followers on this one. Look at the Instagram Reels over here. 27,000, 57, 44, 77, 52, 120. I think you guys get the idea, right? You get the idea. So when you are doing this particular strategy, you got to take content that is 1 minute long at the most, and you got to spread it across the world of the Reels platforms. Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels, because on Facebook, you can go over here, and you're going to see an option now on any of these profiles. Right now, for example, we are on Manuel Suarez over here, and you can see over here, you can click on that button, and you can create a reel or upload a reel right then and there. So that's key, because I know that the Instagram gives you the ability to post a reel and to share it. It doesn't even say share. It says promote on Facebook. Allow Facebook to promote it over there. But it doesn't really get traction unless you upload it directly on your Facebook page or on your or your Facebook profile. Yeah, now you can do reels directly on Facebook.
Here's a tip too. Don't download your TikTok with the watermark and try to post it on Instagram Reels, or it won't it won't take off. They actually suppress it if it has any kind of watermark. So you have to just post something that either is original right from the app, or grab it from YouTube, modify it, and then put it on there. But don't take it from TikTok unless you're going to remove the watermark.
Exactly. So TikTok, again, opportunity up to 3 minutes in length. What are the things that you need to make
They're actually coming out with 10 minutes now. They're coming after YouTube.
Really?
I don't think it's really going to work. We'll
see.
We'll see. They definitely have a lot of attention. They're growing very, very fast. But even the 3-minute videos, they're kind of, it's just TikTok. You're just so used to just swipe, fast, you know? So even the 3-minute videos are hard to hold your attention. So, but on TikTok, I can tell you guys, I've been testing recently, just posting more frequently, and that has skyrocketed. Like in the last 7 days, I've been posting consistently about 3 a day, and I've seen up to 2,000% growth. Followers, views, engagement, all of that has gone up drastically. So if you're posting more, that's going to help you, and shorter TikToks. So keep it between actually even like 7-second TikToks and up to 15 seconds. That's what I recommend right now if you're just getting started. Once you have an audience, then you can do longer videos because they will hold people's attention. But right now, when you're trying to just grow it, just do very little short TikToks and get them out there.
Absolutely. So it's very simple. Just getting the titles, getting all you got to do is maybe add some hashtags.
Yep.
On TikTok, hashtags are going to be necessary. Facebook and Instagram, I recommend that you add hashtags too for discoverability. And other than that, just get them going. And my recommended amount right now for any of you guys that are trying to grow TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and get more attention and take advantage of the organic opportunities is do 3 to 4 reels a day. 3 to 4 reels a day, and you're going to be able to get that going forward. All right?
All right, guys.
Okay, Coach. We're going to be wrapping it up here.
That's right.
Okay. I know we didn't cover all the questions, but we covered all the time. We talked about time at the beginning of the session.
Exactly.
So I want to introduce you guys to something new that we have going on. Any of you guys that are here paying attention right now, as you know, we call ourselves the Marketing Ninjas, not because we murder people here, but because we are really good in the art and science of capturing attention. AGM stands for Attention Grabbing Media, and we have been obsessed with this particular process of helping brands reach more people and generate more business for many years now, and we're really good at that. So if you have an e-commerce brand that you want to scale, you have an Amazon brand that you want to take into the world of the internet and bigger than the Amazon itself, or if you have a Shopify site that you want to scale and get to the next level, an e-commerce site, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento, OpenCart, whatever that may be, if you need to sell more services because you have a great service, if you want to get your message out there because you have a powerful message that's going to make somebody else better, whatever it is that you need, our specialty is taking your superpower, taking your product and service and helping you reach more people. That's what we do. That's why we are an Inc. 5000 company. We are experts in the process of helping you reach more people to service. That's what we do. And not only Facebook and Instagram, whatever you need, we are your marketing doctors. We are your marketing ninjas. So we're here to paint a map for you, paint a road for you to be able to travel so you can dominate the world of business. If you need attention, we're going to give it to you because that's actually something that we are specialized in ourselves. This last year, 2021, AGM over here, all of us that we handle, the business brands that we manage over here, we did over $100 million in revenue in AGM marketing in general. All right, so we did, my brand did over 40. All the things that we manage in general, hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue were produced here at the AGM Marketing headquarters. So if you want to take a little piece of that pie yourself, I actually put together a little training. You guys can access it. You are the first ones to ever know about this training. AGMninjas.com is your place to go. AGMninjas.com, and you're going to be able to watch a 35-minute video that I put together in which I talk about the 3 reasons why your ads might not be working well, or the 3 reasons why you're not succeeding as much as you should be succeeding, and also what you need to do to be able to scale your business and help me guide you towards taking your business to the next level and generating a lot more revenue, servicing a lot more people, growing your list, and being able to take advantage of the opportunities today. So if you guys want to find out more of this particular services that we offer here at AGM and get your hands on this training for free, AGMninjas.com is the place for you to visit right now so you can get the training and be the first one to get that training done for free that is done directly by me that you're going to be able to take advantage of so you can implement right now at AGM and get your business booming right now and not sit around while other people are profiting and making money, but you can also do a little bit of it yourself.
That's right, guys. And if you found any of this helpful, make sure to like, comment, share it with somebody that you know would find it helpful. And we are taking all of your questions, so put your questions in the comments, and we will get to it on the next one. But I think we're done for today.
Well done.
See you on the next one.
See you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining.